And welcome to Moore Gymnasium here on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University. Doubleheader and hoops here in the first day of March. March Madness getting underway here in the college basketball world, and we have a good matchup here between the top team in the SWAC currently in women's basketball, the Southern University Lady Jaguars, as they will play the host here, the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats here on the CatEye Network. Kenny Scherlinger, Sabrina Petit-Home alongside with you. And Sabrina, this should be a very good test here for the Wildcats as they're jockeying for position heading into the last two games of the season. The top 6 teams get a first round bye in the SWAC tournament in a couple of weeks. So they're currently sitting 9th with a couple wins. They could get up into that, and the Jaguars of Southern looking for a #1 seed in the conference tournament. So 2 more games left, second to last home game here for Bethune-Cookman. Let's head to the keys of the game that you prepared for us for this one between the Jaguars and the Wildcats.
All right, keys to the game, and this one goes out to both Southern and B-CU, and this is really the battle of offense and defense. Southern is leading the league in pointers, 3-pointers, whereas B-CU is the best defensive-wise. This will be a test on who holds the fort down better, so this will be an interesting game.
Yeah, like you mentioned, best on best behind the 3-point arc as Southern comes into this one as the top shooting team with the most 3-point field goals. On the other side, Bethune-Cookman is the best in the SWAC in defending the 3 ball, so that will be something that we'll look out for. Last time these two faced off, Bethune-Cookman fell 73-56, but Southern shot 22% from beyond the arc in that one. So the Wildcats defense beyond the arc shined in that one, so they're gonna have to do that again, and they're also gonna have to keep it up with this Southern team that likes to score the basketball. Let's meet the starters here. First for the Southern University Lady Jaguars, head coach Carlos Funchess in his 7th season. They'll trot out a 5, starting with Anaya Gordine, making her 24th start of the season. Alaya Fontenot making her 27th start. Tiana Ledge and Deshante Edwards also getting the start, and then rounding out your starting 5 for Southern, Dakaya Sanders for the 14-13 overall and 12-2 SWAC. In the SWAC, Southern University Jaguars. So meet the starters here for the home team here this afternoon. In the Wildcats, Ajanay Nicholson coming off her 19th double-double of the season and coming off 17 points, 19 rebounds in the game against Grambling just a few nights ago. Kayla Clark also getting the start in the front court, making her 25th start of the season. Janessa Kelly making her 10th start of her career. And Damani Dorsey making her 28th start. And Chanel McDonald making her 18th start, averaging 18 minutes per game and 6 points per game for Chanel McDonald. The Wildcats are coached by Janelle Creighton Del Rosario in her 4th season, and they're looking to get a win here. They're 6-4 overall here at home this season. Southern 6-10 away, and like we mentioned, the top of the SWAC with a 12-2 conference record heading into this one. So Sabrina, we had the call just a few days ago against Grambling for this women's basketball team. A tough loss for them. Both these teams coming off games against Grambling, which is not something you always see.
Yeah.
Both these teams playing, but the scheduling just worked out that way. So what did you see from the Grambling game for the Wildcats that you want to see positively into this one here today?
Well, all around, B-CU did play a fantastic game against Grambling. They kept the score leveled, which is something that we don't really often see with this team. Defensive-wise, today I would love to see B-CU in the man, maybe in a press, coming into a press, coming off the ball. Offensive-wise, I want to see them drive a little bit more. We talked about second chance points as well. This is a offensive team, so holding on to these balls will definitely really level the leverage that we do have against Southern in the best way possible.
Turnovers will be a big factor in this one. Bethune-Cookman has struggled in that department recently as they were turned over 20-plus times once again against Grambling State, as they want to take care of the basketball 25 times against Grambling State on Thursday, 22 times against Alabama A&M. Last time they were under the 20 mark in the turnover department was 19 back on the 13th against Jackson State. So player introductions about to get underway. We'll take a quick break. Tip-off right around the corner here in Daytona Beach between Southern and Bethune-Cookman here on the CatEye Network. So player introductions has concluded here at Moore Gymnasium and ready to go here between Southern and Bethune-Cookman. Once again, Kenny Sherlinger filling in for the voice of the Wildcats, Michael Triallo. And alongside my partner, Sabrina Petit-Home. Both these teams ready to get this one going. Southern in the road, baby blue uniforms, white lettering trim in yellow. Bethune-Cookman in the white home uniforms. Gold trimmed in maroon on the numbers and letters in this one. About to get it tipped off here, Chanel McDonald. And Tiana Ledge will get this one tipped off. Bethune-Cookman coming off a loss against Grambling on Thursday at home. The Jaguars of Southern coming off a win against Grambling as well. Now we are underway. Tip is won by Bethune-Cookman, and Clark hands it off to Damani Dorsey.
You could definitely tell Southern came ready to play.
That one's knocked out of bounds. Stay with Bethune-Cookman. Good defense there from Anaya Gordine. Wildcats started perfect 3 for 3 on Thursday night from the field. So did Grambling, though, so they hope to have a hot start and also play some defense here. We'll get ahead early on.
That was definitely such a back-and-forth game last game.
Dorsey puts up a wild jumper, no good. A rebound secured by Southern. And she stepped out of bounds as it will go back to Bethune-Cookman. Edwards stepped on the baseline there, trying to drive it.
Southern running the press, coming off the ball. Looks like they watched some film.
The Grambling ran the press all night long against Bethune-Cookman. One of the top teams in taking the basketball away in Grambling. A solid team in Southern as well, as that one's knocked across the half-court line. No violation there as it was tipped. Clark traveled with it, trying to go up, and it'll go back to Southern.
McDonough was open right down there as well on the baseline. So hopefully the Wildcats are able to read the court a little bit better and see where their players are placed at.
Southern with a #1 scoring defense, only allowing their opponents 59 points per game, and they're in the scoring column here with a layup by Lidge.
I honestly feel like running a 2-3 defense with Southern's offensive is probably not the best thing for them at this point, especially because they're going to run plays to drive in. You don't also want to give them that space to shoot threes as well, too.
Foul on the floor. It's going to go against Southern and Sanders. It's going to be her first. Team's first as well.
We did get into a little bit of foul trouble last game, so hopefully we see some improvement in that this game.
Wildcats get it into Dorsey. Catches it between the circles here. Keeps her dribble. Gets it to Nicholson with 17 points on Thursday. They feed it down low, and it's going to be another foul going against Southern. This time it's going to go against Gordine. And another whistle there. Might get a technical foul, I believe. Gordine picked up the personal, and they're going to call both teams to the bench. I believe we're going to get a technical foul maybe against Southern here.
Got to be careful with those.
The officials are going to congregate on the far end of the floor here and talk it over. The foul call against Sanaya Gordine. And they might be taking a look at this in the replay.
These are that second chance places that we need. You know, anything to leverage us to an advantage. Put some points on the board.
So a technical foul is called on Southern.
We talked about last game of Janessa Kelly and how much trust that the team is putting into her, coming from, you know, high school career, being one of McDonough's All-Stars.
She knocks both of them in after the technical foul shots. And it'll be Bethune-Cookman basketball on the sideline. So Gordon's going to get a quick 2. She gets the personal, and then she gets the technical foul. So she's got 2 personal fouls now after making the foul, and then also picking up a technical foul, arguing the call, I believe, was the reason of the technical. And a 5-second violation is going to go against Bethune-Cookman and give it back to Southern on the inbound pass.
Grambling definitely gave us a little bit of trouble of that during their press for them 10-second violations.
So the second turnover here for Bethune-Cookman. Southern with the basketball, 2-point for both of these teams, tied at 2. Here comes Bethune-Cookman off the miss as Reed couldn't get that one to go. Dorsey with it. Bethune-Cookman looking for the first lead of the game. Nicholson puts it on the floor. 3 on the way. No good. Clark couldn't get it to go. Nicholson couldn't get the second opportunity to go, and here comes Southern. Jumper's no good. Turning and trying to get that one to go was Lidge.
You talk about adjustments on going against different players. B-CU is definitely one of those teams that I feel needs to be able to read the different plays that other teams bring to adjust.
Clark gets fouled going up there, so she'll go line for 2 shots. A foul's going to go against Southern and Edwards, her first. Clark's first free throw is no good. She's a 43% free throw shooter heading into this one. One more coming. Bethune-Cookman 0 for 3 from the field. And she can't get the second one to go. Slow start offensively for both these teams. Southern in the half-court set here.
2-3 zone ran by B-CU.
Long 2 is no good. Ripped down by Nicholson. Here comes the Wildcats. Sanders couldn't get that one to go. Down low, Dorsey couldn't. Clark couldn't get the second shot to go. It's a jump ball, possession of an arrow in favor of Southern, so we'll go back to the Jaguars here. Tied at 2 here, under 7 to go in the first quarter. They try to feed in the high post, it's stolen away. Clark comes up with it, picks it up, hands it off to Dorsey. Dorsey works her way over to the right, hands it off.
Nice ball movement by B-CU.
Clark jumper, off the mark, off to the left there.
You got to see somebody down there in the post to begin those second chance shots. Those are what we need to leverage ourselves. They count, especially going against this offensive team just as good as Southern.
Long jumper's no good. Rebound, Southern, and laying it up and in is Lidge. Gianna Lidge gets her second bucket of the game.
Southern back into that full court press.
She's got all the points for Southern here. And a 2-point advantage for the visitors. Clark, spin move, goes up. Too strong. Rebound, Nicholson couldn't get it. Here comes Southern the other way. Into the corner. Jumper's no good. And a whistle. It's going to go against Southern here.
We don't want Southern to ignite that fire under themselves, because once they get on the roll, it's going to be very hard for them to stop. The difference between this game and against Grambling, like we saw last game, is that B-CU came in with a levelness of poise. They played with grace. This game, it seems as if they're all around. You know, we want to be able to find that.
FL went against Edwards. That's her second. That's going to send Nicholson to the line. 5 team fouls already here for Southern. Bethune-Cookman hasn't fouled it yet in this one. So Nicholson at the line. First one's good. Shoots at 55% coming into this one here today.
Drawing those fouls are definitely going to be important for this game.
Nicholson's second one's good, and it's tied up at 4 with 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Sanders hands it off. Back to Sanders. Swinging around. Shot clock down to 10.
Kayla White being able to keep up with Southern's. Their defense that we talked about earlier this game is starting to show. Shot clock at 1.
Long three is connected on by Sanaya Reed. Make it a 7-4 game, 3-point advantage for the Jaguars.
The intensity that Southern is playing, you would have thought that we would have been up by so much more points, but that just goes to show how well the defensive is well with B-CU.
They almost lost it. White gets it in the corner. Three's in and out. Nicholson there with a rebound. She secures it. They swing it around. White drives in, lost it. Kayla Clark comes up with it.
They got to slow the game down.
Nicholson gets blocked. Here comes Southern after the block. Going up and getting to the go is Jocelyn Tate for an and one. Oh, timeout on the floor. 9-4 is our score. Southern with an opportunity to go for an and one here after Jocelyn Tate got fouled and made the bucket. We'll take a quick break here with 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Here at Bethune-Cookman on the CatEye Network. Tate at the line here for Southern, trying to complete the three-point play. Free throws away, and it's good. 6-point lead here for Southern here in the opening quarter. 10-4. Full court press from the top defense in the SWAC in Southern.
We definitely have been breaking the press, whether it came to Graveling and Southern. I just want us to be able to run it.
Down low, it's stolen away. They're trying to feed it down to Maya Johnson, and it's turned over back to Bethune-Cookman in transition.
The name of the game of this game is hold on to the ball.
They get it in. Johnson hands it off to Kayla White. White working against defense, hands it off to Nicholson. Hand it off to White, 5 on the shot clock now. And a whistle late in the shot clock with 2 seconds. The offensive foul is going to go against Bethune-Cookman. Foul's going to go against the Wildcats, and I think Kayla Clark, they got her on it.
Coming off the ball, I really do hope to see some plays being ran by B-CU. Hopefully they'll be able to get us closer to the basket and not further away from it as well.
Almost stolen away. Jumper is no good. Rebound, though, by Southern, and it's almost taken away. Jump ball. It's going to go back to Bethune-Cookman. Good heads-up play there from McDonald. Kayla White catches it, brings it across herself.
Slows the game down. That's what we're looking for. Play BCU's game. Southern is going to rush that ball every time.
Wildcats scoreless the last 2.5 minutes and counting here. White with it, shot clock down to 5. She lost it once again, turnover. 6-point advantage for Southern with the basketball here. 3 on the way, in and out. Rebound, Tate couldn't get it to go. And whistle on the rebound after McDonald secured it. It's gonna go against Southern. It's gonna send her to the line here as Bethune-Cookman's in the bonus. So McDonald's gonna go to the line, 62% free throw shooter on the year. Wildcats scoreless the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds. They're 0 for 9 from the field.
Hopefully these free throws will be able to ignite that fire that we're looking for.
First free throw is off the mark, too short. The Wildcats have 4 points, all of them from the free throw line. Like I mentioned, 0 for 9 from the field, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. So they're gonna have to get it going from the floor here. Stay with Southern. Southern not off to a hot start either from the floor. They're still 4 for 12. Second free throw is good to cut the lead for Southern down to 5. Southern 1 for 3 from beyond the arc, so Bethune-Cookman doing a decent job so far.
Holding them down. Scores going up, but not as fast as we anticipated it to be.
Under 2 minutes to go, they feed it down low. Whistle on the floor, going up with it and getting fouled was Sky Castro. She'll go to the line for 2 shots here. Trying to get her first points of the game. Kayla White's gonna check out. Janessa Kelly's gonna check in for BCU. So Castro, the 41% free throw shooter on the year. We'll line up for 2. First one's good, nothing but net on that one.
Shot shooter.
Wildcats got 3 team fouls here. Well, one more to give before they put Southern in the bonus. Second free throw is good by Sky Castro, and nothing but net on both of those. Doesn't look like a 41% free throw shooter.
Could have fooled me.
7-point game.
Okay.
McDonald catches it. Elbow jumper. Too strong off the backboard, but it works in the favor. Long rebound into the hands.
You have to drive a little bit more and then be able to clean up as well, too.
That one's too strong, and trying to get the rebound and traveling, it's going to go back to Southern there as McDonald couldn't keep it before traveling. So under a minute and a half to go. 12-5 is our score. Southern has led it the entirety of this game. Pump fake into the corner. Southern working it around.
BCU staying with them, though. That's one thing for sure.
Block
Nice
there.
block.
McDonald got her hand on that. Here comes the Wildcats in transition. They try to feed it to Nicholson. It's turned over.
You have to be careful with those passes cross court.
Under a minute to play here. 3 on the way, off the mark. Nicholson rips down the rebound. Reed couldn't get that 3 ball to go. Bethune-Cookman looking for their first field goal of the game. 5 points all from the free throw line. McDonald over to Dorsey, 3 on the way. That one's in and out. That one looked good. A little bit too strong. In transition, Tate gets it to go.
I think Southern is starting to find their fire, and we need to be able to adjust to that as well.
14-5. 9-point game. Shot clock is turned off. 10 seconds to go. Damani Dorsey with the basketball for the B-CU. Dorsey gets a screen. Hands it off. Kelly tries a three at the buzzer. Off the mark. Rebounds as time expires by Southern. That's going to end it for the first quarter here. Wildcats struggling from the floor. 0 for 12 from the field. 5 points, all from the free throw line. Southern takes a 14-5 lead heading into the second quarter here at Bethune-Cookman here in the CatEye Network. We'll take a quick break. Second quarter about to get underway. Kenny Scherlinger filling in for Michael Triala, the voice of the Wildcats. Sabrina Petit-Home alongside with you here for the CatEye Network. Southern and Bethune-Cookman here in the second quarter. Bethune-Cookman struggling from beyond, or from the floor and from beyond the arc. 0 for 4 from beyond the arc and 0 for 13 from the field. All their 5 points come from the free throw line here so far. Southern looking for some more. They swing it around.
B-CU
Into
definitely
the corner. Three, airmailed, but Tate there to pick it up and lay it up and in. Damani Dorsey brings it across the timeline. In the corner, Kelly puts it on the deck, gives it up
Shot
into
clock.
the corner. Three on the way. Phillips couldn't get it to go. She knocked in a couple big ones against Grambling on Thursday.
Definitely.
Southern up 16-5. Looking for some more points. That one's knocked out of bounds off of Bethune-Cookman. Sanders gets it in, gets it right back into the corner. Corner again, they try to feed it down low, and a whistle's gonna go against Kayla Clark and the Wildcats here. It's gonna be her first, team's first in the second. And Phillips is gonna come out. Coming in for the first time is Alyssa Green. Substitution also for Southern. As Kiana Wilson comes in. ready to go here. Southern basketball on the baseline. And a nice layup there, splitting her defenders. Who did that one to go was the newly checked in CatEye Wilson.
B-CU has been doing a really good job of keeping that fire down against Southern, but it's kind of like Southern is sneaking up on them right now.
18-5. 13-point lead, largest of the game for Southern. Kelly couldn't get that one to go. Rebound secured by Southern, almost turned over. Wilson gets it across, hands it off to her teammate, Fontenot.
See those field goals where for B-CU is not working. Maybe driving in, saw some threes. Some plays, one of them has to work. Defensive guys are doing great.
Ball's kicked around, and it's out of bounds off of Southern. It'll go back to Bethune-Cookman. Wildcats 0 for 15 to start this one from the field. Haven't scored in 4 minutes here. And I've mentioned it before, but 5 points here for the Wildcats, all from the free throw line so far.
Nice drive by Alyssa Green.
Green goes up and lost it, but it will stay with Bethune-Cookman, out of bounds off of the Jaguars.
Looks like she was looking for a foul or trying to draw one.
Dorsey drives in hard, gets double teamed, and an offensive foul is going to go against B-CU, going the other way.
I think this is the most offensive fouls that I've seen from last game against Grambling in this game this season. Put some pressure on that ball. That's what we're looking for.
Into the corner. 3 on the way, no good. Way off the mark for Coppinger. Down low. Clark turns.
Nice way to draw that foul.
Gets the foul. Should go to the line for 2 shots here. Well, Clark's 0 for 2 from the line here so far. 0 for 4 from the field. She'll try to get going here.
Well, these free throws change the trajectory of the game for B-CU.
First free throw's good, knocks it in. Oh, they get their first points in 5 minutes and 23 seconds. You just got to get it going from the floor, though. You can't win a basketball game without making it from the field.
Everything is fundamental. If we know that they're good offensive-wise and we're not as strong as there, we need to switch those fundamental plays. Driving in, using our post players, boxing out, rebounding.
6.5 to go here in the second quarter. 18-7. 11-point lead here, into the corner, 3 wide open, and it's good. Knocking it in for 3 points. Aaliyah Fontenot. 21-7. The second three-pointer for Southern here this afternoon. Dorsey goes up, floater, no good, whistle. And it's gonna go against Southern this time. And they're gonna get that on Gianna Lidge.
We see that it's working for us, though. We keep going to the line every time we draw in. Maybe that is the cheat code for us to get back to on track to where we need to go, or where they need to go.
So Dorsey's going to head to the line for 2 shots. Cameron Langston checks out. Green in there for Bethune-Cookman. Dorsey's first free throw is good. Well, the good news is the Wildcats knocking in their free throws here. They're 8 for 11. But they have yet to get one to go from the field. 0 for 15. Second one's good. 21-9.
This might be a free throw drink. Press off the ball, something that I was looking for. And they're running it correctly. They have Asian on that ball. A great monster player.
Cross just in time. 11-point game. Or 12-point game. Southerners led it by as much as 14. Down low, whistle on the floor. It's going to go against Green. Castro went up with it. She'll head to the line for 2 shots. She's 2 for 2 from the line with 2 points here. First one's too strong, in and out. Castro, 41% free throw shooter on the year. Knocks in the second one. 3 for 4 from the line for Castro. 22-9. Bethune-Cookman trying to break the press. They get it in. Green will bring it across. And she'll pull it back out, hands it off to Damani Dorsey. High post, Kayla Clark catches it. Feeds it down low, Nicholson. She goes up, gets swatted out of bounds. Big block there by Reed. $12 in the shot clock. Nicholson catches it. She turns.
Nice.
And can't get that one to go.
It's a great way to use her body.
Jumper's good.
It was a different type of spin move that I saw there.
Kelly gets the first free field goal of the game. For the Wildcats, it's kicked around, stolen away by Bethune-Cookman. Here they come in transition. Dorsey down low, Nicholson up and missed it. But Kayla Clark's in there to pick it up and lay it up and in.
Kind of seems like we found that spark back in.
Back-to-back trips down the floor with a field goal for the Wildcats.
The bench is on fire, cheering on their team.
Long jumper is good, nothing but net there. And Southern's Reed to knock it in, her 5th point of the game.
It's like they anticipated. They want it.
Green with it, so weave it around the top of the arc. Gets that one poked away. Out of bounds, will stay with B-CU. And we'll take a timeout here on the floor. 3:55 to go here in this first half. 24-13, Southern leads it. Bethune-Cookman waking up a little bit from the field. They got their work cut out for them against the top team in the SWAC. We'll take a quick break here on the CatEye Network. 3:55 to go in the second quarter. Southern up 24-13 on BCU. Clark and Kelly lead the way for the Wildcats here with 4 points. They've struggled from the field, 2 for 20.
Nice
Floater's
floater.
good. Kelly gets it to go. Her fifth and sixth point of the game. Reed dribbles it over. Hand it up, top of the key. Down low, they feed it, and a whistle on the entry pass. It's gonna go against Kayla White. That's her second. They're feeding it down low to Sky Castro.
Looks like the inbound play. Seen some creative ones all season.
Get it in.
That definitely was intended for number 15 on Southern. Good
Stolen
pick.
away. White comes up with it in transition. She goes up with a layup, lost it as she went up. Southern comes up with it quickly ahead. Sanders throws on the brakes. Sanders feeds it down low.
Double team.
Castro doubled, can't get that one to go. It's out of bounds off of Southern. Tate couldn't secure it. Kayla White's gonna check out. Melissa Green back into, or Shamari Phillips back in the game for BCU. Tamaya Porter in for the first time for Southern. Nine-point game. 24-15.
Creeping back up slowly.
High post. Kayla Clark puts it on the deck, goes up, got that one blocked into the hands of Southern. Here they come. Tate with it. Jocelyn Tate feeds it down low.
Double teamed again.
Back to Tate. She drives, puts up a floater. No good. A rebound, Nicholson.
Now, Nicholson may not be on the board for any points, but she sure is definitely on there for defensive.
Phillips dribbles it around. Gets it to Clark. Long two. Good.
Drains it.
Had her foot on the line. Wildcats waking up from the floor here, 24-17.
Minute 53 left in the second quarter before halftime.
Southern looking for an answer here. Tate with it, cross court. Three on the way, it's good. That's a big three ball there for Shania Reed.
That's the answer that they were looking for, Katie.
Wildcats got it down to 7, now a 10-point game, double digits once again on the three from Reed. Wildcats now 4 for 24 from the field.
Nice drive by Kelly. Took it back up top to Asian A.
Nicholson turns, gets
Nice.
her space, lays it up and in. Great footwork there.
My goodness.
Alabama A&M transfer. One of the stars here in this Wildcat team. Top of the key, wide open three, no good. Rebound, tipped out of bounds by Southern.
It's starting to see that the Wildcats figured out a cheat code on how to keep Southern a little bit leveled. Double teaming, increasing that the pace of the game. And it's working out for them.
Shot clock, game clock, a couple seconds in differential. About 2.5 seconds. Bethune-Cookman looks like they're gonna run this one down. Kelly puts up a floater. Too strong, rebound Clark on the left block. She goes up, right hand, got
Nice
it.
putback.
4 seconds, 3 seconds to go. Long jumper, no good, off the front of the rim. Almost went in there for Southern. But at the buzzer, Wilson couldn't get that one to go. It's 27-21. Only a 6-point game heading into halftime here in Daytona Beach. Wildcats with a very slow start, going 0 for 22 to start it. They finished the half 6 for 27 from the field, led by Kayla Clark's 8 points. On the other side, Reed for Southern's got 8. We'll take a break. In a few minutes, we'll come back, get you the halftime stats and a preview heading into the second half in this one. Wildcats with a slow start, but they battle back to only make it a 6-point deficit as both these teams head to the locker room here in Daytona Beach. We'll take a quick break here on the CatEye Network. Halftime here on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University at Moore Gymnasium. 27-21, Southern leads it over B-CU here. Southern coming in as the top team in the SWAC, 12-2 in the conference. Bethune-Cookman 6-10, 9th in the conference. And the last couple of games of the season. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. Kayla Clark led the way for the Wildcats with 8 points. Janessa Kelly had 6 points behind her. McDonald had 1, Nicholson had 4, and Dorsey had 2. Wildcats 0 for 22 to start from the field. They close it in a little bit closer, going 6 for 27 in that first half, over 5 from beyond the arc. They were 9 for 12 from free throw line though. 20 rebounds for them. Out-rebounded Southern 20-17. On the other side, Southern led by Reed's 8 points. Tate had 7. Castro had 3. Wilson had 2. Lidge had 4. And Fontenot had 3 for 27 points for Southern. Turnovers, about even. 7 turnovers for Bethune-Cookman, 6 for Southern. So Wildcats, who had 11 turnovers at half on Thursday against Grambling, Sabrina. They take care of the basketball a little bit better this time, but they're gonna have to get it going from the field. They closed it in a little bit here, and you go 0 for 20 plus to start the game from the field. You're only down 6 points at half. You gotta be feeling a little bit fortunate to have that happen.
Absolutely. I know something that we definitely did talk about, or what they probably talked about during halftime, is how do we come back from being 0-22, in the first half? What are some adjustments that needs to be making? What works, what didn't work? And we definitely saw that when they moved in a faster pace, when they were able to break that press, they didn't give Southern any time to set up anything, any plays are needed. It was used to their advantage. And we want to make sure that we can see that during the second half. We don't want to go back to those same mistakes, or, going back to those same plays that was not working. This team is just, we need to be able to adjust with other team plays, and I see that every game. And hopefully the second half we'll be able to see something.
We're about to get this one going here in the second half. Busy day on campus and over at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. Apologies, we could have 2 streams going as well over at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. We'll be back on the CatEye Network for baseball's 4th game against Maryland Eastern Shore tomorrow afternoon. Men's hoops will tip it off at around 5:30 right here on the CatEye Network against Southern, as well as both teams are in town here. They face off with the Wildcats. B-CU will have the basketball to start the second half here. Wildcats here at home here this afternoon. They'll be back at home against FAMU next Saturday. That will be their last regular season game of the season before heading to the SWAC tournament. That will also be a doubleheader. FAMU.
Super excited for that game.
Yeah, men's and women's in town. So yeah, it should be very exciting as they get it in. It's a bummer it'll be over spring break, so the students will just be coming back to campus next weekend, as this week is spring break.
It literally just started yesterday too, so the students were ready to take off to go home. That break is needed.
27-21. Wildcats trying to cut into the deficit here at 6. Start this third quarter.
Nice.
Down low, McDonald gets some space, missed the layup though, and a whistle.
And draws the foul anyways.
So the foul's gonna go against Southern, and they're gonna get it against Lidge. Her 3rd. So she's gonna check out. And McDonald's gonna go to the line for 2 shots. Castro comes in for Lidge. Well, McDonald is 1 for 2 from the line so far today with 1 point. Steps up for 2, knocks in the first one. McDonald, the native of Lake Wales, transfer from Warner. And that one's too strong off the back of the heel. 27-22.
We got to be able to see if they're able to rebound, even off of those free throws, because that could have been an easy two-pointer right there.
Whistle on the floor. Like an injury timeout. Checking out real quick is Gordon going in for her. Coming in for her is Reed.
Looks like she left with holding her shoulders.
Yeah. So Sanaya Reed comes in. And we're back to action here. 27-22, 5-point lead for Southern. They've led it by as much as 14 points. Bethune-Cookman hasn't led at all in this game. Down low and a whistle. It's going to go against McDonald. And that's going to send Castro to the line. McDonald's first personal. Team's first in this third quarter. Too strong in the first one. One more coming for Castro here, who's got 3 points here today. She's 3 for 5 from the line. Second free throw away. And rolls out. Nicholson gets the rebound, runs it down.
Southern looking to start the press, but B-CU was already halfway down to the court.
Dorsey, left wing. Feeds it to Nicholson. He hands it off. McDonald goes hard to the rim. Can't get that one to go. A whistle on the floor on the rebound, and it's going to go against Kayla Clark. And going to go the other way to Southern here.
Looks like she was not happy about that call.
Sanders walks it across the floor, hands it off. Tate kicks it out. And it's almost stolen away. And saves right before the violation there by Southern. Under 10 to go on the shot clock. Sanders feeds it down low. Castro wide open.
We still don't have any post players down low to be able to contrast that. That's easy buckets for Castro.
Full court press gives Bethune-Cookman some trouble. McDonald goes to the rack.
Drives it all the way in.
Quickly ahead, Sanders wastes no time. Over to the left corner, hands it off.
5-point game, Southern still in the lead.
Sanders pulls up for an elbow jumper. Good, nothing but net. Or Fontenot, rather, knocks that one in.
Got to get past that the half court. Don't want to be in a 10-second violation.
That one's blocked. Nicholson goes up again. Can't get it to go. Clark's there.
And
Rebound and one.
Exactly what she was looking for.
She's fired up. She'll head to the line for one shot. Clark's got 10, first scoring double digits for either team here, and she's got 11 now. Knocking in the three-point play. It's a 4-point game. There's 6 points at half, as much as 14-point lead for Southern in the first half. Good defense there. Rebound, batted around, and a foul is going to go against Southern. And they're going to get that one against Deshante Edwards. BCU gets it across. Kayla Clark steps it across the timeline. Dorsey. Has the basketball, under 10 on the shot clock. McDonald, elbow jumper, too strong.
No rebound.
On and on, can't get that one to go.
Southern trying to increase that gap that they have between BCU.
Sanders tries a three, nothing but net.
They absolutely are working towards that.
Kaya Sanders knocks it in.
Half court to full court press. McDonald leading the court down the ball.
Dorsey. To Clark. She hands it off to McDonald. She goes into the paint. Got one blocked out of bounds. It will stay with BCU with 8 on the shot clock on the baseline. Castro out. Demaya Porter in for Southern. Late substitution. Fontenot out, and checking in for Southern, Devin Copinger. McDonald gets it to Nicholson. Whistle. 2 shots. Nicholson's going to go to the line. Ajahnay Nicholson earns herself a trip to the line. Foul's going to go against Southern. Sanaya Reed, her second. And Nicholson's going to go to the line. She's got 4 points, 2 for 2 so far from the line here this afternoon. First one's good. Pulls the Wildcats within 6 again. Second one, off the mark, too strong.
BCU looking for some answers.
Sanders, doing a right-handed dribble here, directing traffic into the corner.
13 seconds, baseline, hold on.
3 on the way, that one's off the mark. Nicholson gets the rebound.
Nice transition play by BCU.
And a whistle. Shot clock didn't reset there. It didn't run. Coppinger couldn't get that 3 to go. It was a wide open 3 in the corner. Hit the back of the backboard and propelled BCU into transition there. They're going to take 9 seconds off the shot clock here. So 21 on the shot clock for BCU. And a whistle off the ball. An inbound pass. A push is going to go against Southern. And a 1-on-1 now as BCU's in the bonus with 5:19 to go. Foul goes against Demaya Porter, her first. And it's going to send McDonald to the line. He's 2 for 4. Wildcats 70% as a team here. McDonald's first one's good.
We're finding our way back.
It's a 5-point game. Second one by McDonald's, good as well. 4-point game. Wildcats looking for a stop. 4 points for McDonald after the 2 free throws.
BCU staying up with Southern as they search for answers. Back to the top of the key, back to the corner.
Sanders just has to go. She's going to launch a long three off the mark. Nicholson gets the long rebound. Here comes the Wildcats trying to make it a one-possession game. Damani Dorsey working on Sanders. It's the screen, hands it off. Pick and pop to McDonald, and a whistle. It's going to go against Southern. And they're going to get the foul against Porter again, her second. This is going to send the Wildcats to the line. And we're going to take a timeout here with 4:34 to go. Bethune-Cookman at the line. Down by 4, 34-30. Third quarter, 4:34 to go here in the CatEye Network. Back here, 4:34 to go. McDonald at the line for two shots. Wildcats on the bonus here. 3-point game.
McDonald is dominating that free throw line.
Second one away, rolls in. 2-point game, 34-32.
This is the fire, the trajectory that was needed for BCU to find the answers that they were looking for.
Under 4.5 to go here.
We talked about earlier the keys to the game is the battle of offenses and defense with, Southern leading the league with three-pointers and BCU being the best defensive-wise, and they are surely fighting for it.
Whistle on the floor. It's going to go against Damani Dorsey. That's her second, team's third. It will go on the baseline for Southern here. Now, you mentioned it. Battle from beyond the arc. 4 for 13 beyond the arc for Southern, the top shooting three-point team in the SWAC, and the top defending team in Bethune-Cookman, three-point wise. Holding Southern at bay here. Three on the way. That one's off the mark for the rebound, secured. Another three, second chance this time. Can't get that one to go. Here comes the Wildcats in transition. Nicholson missed the layup into the hands of Southern, and here they come the other way. Reed hands it off, and foul.
It would have been a beautiful transition into an and one.
Porter's gonna go to the line. And a nice pass there by Reed, who came up empty, back-to-back threes on the previous offensive possession for the Jaguars. Hammer Langston's gonna come in for BCU. Ajahnay Nicholson's gonna take a breather. Two shots coming here. That foul was on Dorsey. That's her third. And she checks out with 3 personal fouls. First free throw's no good. Second free throw is good, so 1 for 2 trip to the line there for Southern and Demaya Porter. And the ball's thrown away out of bounds. Turnover, big turnover there. 35-32, it goes back to Southern. It's gonna go in the baseline as well. Maya Johnson's gonna check in. She's gonna come and get McDonald. Just joining us, Southern has led it the whole way here. They've led it by as much as 14 points. It was a 6-point game at half. Bethune-Cookman struggled, going 0 for 22 from the field to start the game. They've battled back here to make it a 1-possession game here in the third quarter.
I think that halftime was needed for BCU to be able to figure out what to do. We definitely see them playing with much better poise, just as they've been playing in Grambling. Better than the first half as well, too. Reading the floor, reading their teammates, going to the line, and making those free throws that we've been struggling throughout this entire season. So it's really good to see some improvement there.
Jocelyn Tate is going to go to the line after getting fouled on the drive. She goes to the line for 2 shots. First one's good. Make it a 4-point game. Tate's got 8 points. She's 2 for 2 from the line so far. Now 3 for 3. She knocks that one in. Make it a 4-point game, or a 5-point game rather. Wildcats break the press and a little bit of a break here. Langston pulls out, puts it down low, lay
Nice.
up and in for Johnson. One possession game once again, 3-point game, 37-34.
Now it's up to Southern to see if they can make any adjustments.
Floater's no good. Fontenot gets the rebound, kicks it out though.
Looking for those second chance points that we talk about a lot too.
Fontenot with the basketball. Hands it off. Down low, whistle. Porter's gonna head to the line.
We didn't see a lot of double teaming with BCU against Southern, and during the second half, I think that's the cheat code to help them advance to a 3-point lead right now with Southern in the lead. That's working for them.
2 more shots here for Porter. Foul once again went against Johnson, her second. Both these teams in the bonus the rest of the way in this third quarter. Porter knocks in the second one. And a whistle, timeout on the floor. And we'll take a timeout as well. 39-34 our score here with 2:47 to go in the third quarter, as Southern leads it late in this one. Cody Schellinger, Sabrina Petit-Home alongside with you, CatEye Network. 2:47 to go in the third quarter. Bethune-Cookman has battled back here, down by as much as 14 points. It's 39-34. 5-point game. Southern leads it, the top team in the SWAC in town here in Daytona Beach.
Some plays being ran by B-CU, exactly what we were looking for.
Langston tries a three.
And it works. Beautiful.
2-point game. Cameron Langston gets it to go. Her first points of the game, and it's the biggest shot of the afternoon so far for B-CU.
Double teamed again by B-CU. That is the cheat code.
Tate drove in, lost it. Out of bounds off of Caleb Clark at B-CU. Will stay with Southern on the baseline.
Nice
Caught in it. It's got it. Austin gets it over, and a three ball is good. Converted by Fontanen. They answer right back, 42-37. Clark gets it to White. Kayla White with it. And a whistle. Foul's gonna go against Southern here. Tate's gonna pick it up. That's her first. So 2 shots at the line here for Maya Johnson. Johnson's got 2 points. This is her first trip to the line today. 60% free throw shooter, 15 of 25 on the year from the line. First one's short. McDonald will get up off the bench. I think she'll check in for Johnson after this free throw. And Johnson converts. She'll step out. McDonald in for her. 4-point game. 42-38. There are 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Reed with it.
Nice double team by B-CU. Falling back into that post play that we were looking for.
Reed long 2, knocks it in.
Just drops. It doesn't matter how she puts it up. It's going to come in.
Sanaya Reed's got 11 points.
I think she's the leading scorer for Southern, if I'm not mistaken.
She is now, yep. With 11 points, first score in double digits for Southern. Under a minute to play. Kayla White, Langston,
Nice
down low.
pass.
McDonald. You said it there, that was a nice ball movement.
Absolutely, that transition was beautiful.
Shot clock, game clock, about a 10-second differential. And a whistle. Offensive foul. It's gonna go the other way. Porter picks it up, that's her second, and that will send the Wildcats to the line. Or nope.
.20 seconds left in the third quarter.
Shot clock turned off.
Playmaker Kayla.
White with it, with 10 seconds to go. McDonald, she puts it on the deck. Clark now, she launches a three. That one's off the mark. Rebound, knocked around, secured by Southern, and time expires in the third quarter. 4-point game, 44-40. Southern leads it by 4 heading into the final quarter in this one.
I don't know, Kenny. Things are starting to heat up and look good for B-CU. Southern needs to definitely add some more heat under that fire if they want to leave more gymnasium with a win. And for B-CU, they need to continue to keep doing what they're doing, playing on the inside, using their post players. Those three-point shots, use them if they're there, if they're confident into them. But, you know, we're doing really well so far. They're doing really well.
We'll take a quick break here. Fourth quarter coming up next here, 44-40. Southern leading it here on the CatEye Network. Ten minutes to go in this one, fourth quarter, 44-40. Southern with the lead and the basketball here. They've led it by as much as 14 points. They've led it the entirety of this game, but Bethune-Cookman is sticking around here. Down low they go, and a nice layup there, answer by Castro to make it 6 points again.
Southern coming off with a full court press to see if they can elongate this lead they have against B-CU. Probably one of the best things that B-CU did was change into a double man.
White couldn't get that one to go, long two. Quick rebound by Tate, she gets rid of it. Fontanet drives, gets it back to Tate. Into the corner, 3 on the way, off the mark, rebounds, Castro, and a foul, she'll go to the line. Coppinger couldn't get that 3 to go in the corner. Langston's gonna check out. Ajane Nicholson back in. First free throw's good. Castro. Sky Castro. Averaging 1.9 points per game this season. She's got 8. Eight-point lead, 48-40.
Southern trying to keep that 10-second version over on the half court.
Wildcats are gonna need some buckets here. Keep pace.
Looking for an answer. Is Kelly the answer?
Kelly couldn't get that one to go from beyond the arc and the elbow or in the wing.
Ooh, nice steal almost by Kayla White.
Wildcats have been playing tight defense all game long.
Proven. Circling back to our keys to the game, you know, battle of who is holding down the fort.
That one's no good from 3 from Fontanet. Down low, Clark.
And one!
Got it to go.
My goodness. Kayla Clark.
She'll go to line for one shot.
Make it count. This is what matters. Those second chance counts. Let's make it count.
She's got another three-point play earlier in this game, looking for another one. Free throws away, no good. Rebound by Edwards. They slip it down to Castro. She goes up and one for the other end of the floor in Southern.
See if she can go ahead and solidify this to make this a three-point play.
Foul is against Nicholson. And she completes the three-point play to make it a 9-point game. It was Nicholson's first. Full court pressure here. Baseball
Football
pass.
Oh.
Dorsey receives it and lays it up and in.
What a transition. Look very impressed, Kenny.
That was a touchdown there.
Definitely was.
Got the crowd going.
The more maniacs are coming back to life, especially coming from what a first half we had. You know, this is something we need, a change of morale.
51-44. That was about an 85-foot pass from the baseline all the way down to the other end of the floor, and a nice layup by Dorsey.
It's like a transformer arm.
And being left alone, getting to the rack and laying it up and in. No, the answer was Sanders. White has Sanders all over her. Johnson goes up and gets it to go. (53-46). Johnson's got 5.
Southern looking to stretch that lead they have.
On and it drives,
nice block.
And a whistle late. Clark blocked it, and they're going to get her with a foul.
Oh.
That's her third. Team's third. Clark's gonna check out. McDonald's in for her as Clark picks up her third personal. Fontenot's at the line. She's got 6 points. This is her first trip to the line here. She's an 81% free throw shooter on the year. First one's up and away and rolls in. Two free throws there. Big ones, 55-46. And a timeout on the floor. Head coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario wants to talk it over with her team with 6.5 to go. 55-46. We'll take a quick break. Southern with the lead. Wildcats trying to close in on that the last couple minutes here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break on the CatEye Network. 6:34 to go in the fourth quarter, 55-46. Wildcats have the basketball here. Down by 9. Kayla White gets it to AJ Nicholson, high post. She puts it on the deck.
Nice.
Gets some space, lays it in. Her footwork down there in the paint, really, really good.
Oh my goodness.
And a foul. It's gonna go against Bethune-Cookman on the drive. Jocelyn Tate will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul's gonna go against McDonald, her 3rd, team's 4th. So one more will put the Jaguars in the bonus the rest of the way here. And Tate will head to the line where she is a perfect 3 for 3 here today. Leading a rebounder here today for the Jaguars with 7 rebounds. Knocks in the free throw and now has 10 points. It makes it an 8-point game. One more coming. That one's just short. Nicholson rips down the rebound. She's got 13 of those here today.
Looking for a double-double. 6 minutes left. Who knows? She might keep that on.
She's got 7 points. At her 19th against Grambling on Thursday. McDonald lost it. And then is poked away out of bounds off of Dorsey. We'll go back to Southern here with 5:50 to go. Well, Nicholson 3 points away from her 20th double-double of the year. Second in the country in that statistic in double-doubles in the NCAA. Into the corner.
Southern loves that corner. Well, some of their best shooters come from over there.
Defense opens up, missed layup there, ball batted around. Nicholson gets in there. I think this should be a jump ball, and it is, and it will go back to B-CU. Good play there by AJ Nicholson to tie it up. Full court pressure here. Well, they show it. They're going to back off into half court. Nicholson down low to McDonald, and she was fouled on the entry pass. Second team foul going against Southern, so they have a few more to give here. Foul goes against Tate, that's her second.
McDonald at the line has been dominating all game. Oh, it's entry play. Excuse me, you guys.
They got her on the entry pass, so stay on the floor. And here's another quick whistle. It's going to be the 3rd team foul. Lawson's going to pick that one up. Or check that. Fontenet's going to pick that one up. That's her second. Drive. Nicholson got it to go off the glass.
Definitely looking for that double-double.
Down low, whistle on the floor. Edwards will get to the line. McDonald's gonna get fouled, or pick up the foul.
She's out 3.
It's her 4th personal and 5th team foul, so Southern will be in the bonus the rest of the way here. Kayla Clark will check in for McDonald.
It's like they were saving her for instances just like this.
First free throw's in and out. for Edwards. That was her first free throw. She's scoreless in this one. One more coming for her. Second one's good. 7-point lead. Dorsey will bring it across the floor. Under 5 to go here in this one. White swings it around. Johnson, high, top of the key.
Almost 10 seconds left on that shot clock.
White over to Dorsey. She throws up a jumper. She gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 shots. Foul's going to go against Southern and Fontenot, her 4th. Two shots for Damani Dorsey here. First one rolls in. She's got 5 points now and a perfect 3 for 3 from the line. Second one's good. 5-point game, 57-52.
Double teaming Southern. Full court press by B-CU, and they are running it correctly.
Sanders gets it into the corner. Drive, nobody's home down low.
Something I have realized too, for Southern to be a three-pointing team, they did not take as much three-pointers as I thought they were going to in the beginning of this game. But when they did fall.
57-52. Got to credit the B-CU three-point defense. They're getting out on them,
Absolutely.
making it tough. Wildcats best in the SWAC and defending the 3. Down low, Johnson goes to work. Got that one blocked, gets it right back on the left right block, and a traveling violation.
Got to work on those foot moves. She's going.
Nia Reed tried to check in, but they're going to make her check in on the next dead ball. Sanders pump fakes, drives, hands it off. Back to Sanders. They're swinging around. 3 on the way. Off the mark. Rebound, though. Castro, easy.
These are some of the things that we talked about of making sure that we have some of our post players in transitions during a ball game on the first quarter when the score is really, really, really close.
Check that Tiana Lidgewood there in there for the tip in. 59-52, Kayla White over to Kayla Clark. She feeds it down low. Missed layup there by Johnson. Under 3 to play. Timeout.
Which is well needed.
Timeout by head coach Carlos Funchess. He wants to talk it over. 30 seconds. We'll stay with you here. 2:52 to go. 59-52 is our score. Southern has led it the whole game here. 14 points is their largest lead. It was a 6-point game at half. It's gotten down to a 2-point game in this second half. Bethune-Cookman has been able to get closer to the net, though. Kayla Clark's got 13 points, 7 rebounds, leading the way for the Wildcats. Scott Castro's got 12 points, leading the way for Southern. Reed's got 11, Tate's got 10. McDonald for B-CU's got 10 points. The only other Wildcat in double figures with Kayla Clark. Back to action here. Sanders, point guard, hands it off, and she gets it right back. Southern and wasting, or does want to waste some time here and kill the clock.
They need to go back to that double team that was working towards in the beginning of the fourth quarter. That was working really well for B-CU, and they need to revert it there because they will continue to pass.
Shot clock down inside 5, and shot clock violation. Good defense there. Asian A. Nicholson affected that.
Southern going into a full court press to see if they can enlarge that lead they have. As you said before, can't even wasting time.
Nicholson hands it off. Kelly with it.
I think we need some threes. This will be a perfect time to, test the waters for that.
Dorsey gets knocked down, keeps the dribble into the corner. Clark picks it up, and a timeout by head coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario. She didn't like what she saw from her offense with 11 seconds on the shot clock. .208 to go. It's a 7-point game, 59-52. Don't think you're in three-point territory must-have just yet. You want to try to get a quick bucket here and a stop. If you're Bethune-Cookman. Wildcats 1 for 8 from beyond the arc here today. They started the game 0 for 22 from the field and was only down 6 points at half, and they were fortunate to only be down 6 points there after that very slow start from the field. They've been battling hard here defensively and just trying to chip away at the deficit here. Back to action. Under 10 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Down low, Nicholson. She gets double teamed, missed a layup, out of bounds off of Southern. It will stay with Bethune-Cookman with 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
Second chance points. Let's see what we have cooking up. What inbound play are they going to play? Because it seems like Southern isn't letting up, running the man, staying on their players, guarding that post. Asian A being double teamed. Nice.
And in the Clark, she throws up a wild shot. Rebound, though, by McDonald. She goes up, got it blocked cleanly, they say, and here comes Southern. They're going to want to take some time off the clock.
Yeah, she's definitely taking some time off the clock, making sure B-CU doesn't have an advantage. B-CU trying not to foul. Nice.
And stolen away by Nicholson. She's all alone. She lays it up and lays it in. 5-point game.
Anything can happen. 1 minute and 24 seconds left.
Under 90 seconds to go in this one. Big steal and score there from Asia Day Nicholson.
Hold.
She's got 11. Down low, and it's mishandled. Out of bounds. Go back to B-CU.
Things are heating up for those Wildcats. Southern.
Yeah, Lidge couldn't get a handle on that one.
Southern going into a full court press, making sure that they continue and solidify their lead here with 1 minute left.
Dorsey brings it across the timeline, hands it off to Kelly. Kelly on the wing to Nicholson. She drives hard, goes up, couldn't get it to go, and went down hard. Rebound by Southern. 5-point game, 45 seconds and counting here in the fourth quarter. Sanders hands it off, and a whistle. Dorsey's gonna foul here, and they're gonna send Jocelyn Tate to the line. With 34 seconds to go. Bethune-Cookman's gonna have to extend the game here and put Southern at the line, hope for some misses. First one's good as Tate converts to make it a 6-point, 2-possession game. One more here, 7-point game. Timeout on the floor. Head coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario wants to talk it over. Take a quick break here. Full timeout, 34.3 seconds to go. 61-54 here on the CatEye Network. .3 to go in the fourth quarter. 61-54 is our score. Bethune-Cookman with the basketball out of the timeout. Took a timeout, so advances it up the floor. Clark looking to get it in. They feed it down low. McDonald couldn't get it, and it's off her hands, out of bounds.
This is something that we're looking for the Wildcats to run that press, even if it's an in-down. Cover every Southern man we have down here.
Timeout by head coach of Southern, Carlos Funchess. He wants to talk it over. 30-second timeout. We'll stay with you here. So Bethune-Cookman out of this inbound pass. They're going to try to get a steal. If not, they're going to have to get a quick foul and hope for some misses on the other end of the floor, the free throw line for the Jaguars. Southern coming into today, #1 in the SWAC standings, 12-2 in conference play. Bethune-Cookman 6-10, 9th in the conference standings. So out of the timeout, ball gets advanced once again, this time for Southern. 33 seconds to go. B-CU trying to get a steal here. Sanders throws it in the backcourt.
Almost, Janessa.
Kelly backed off on it, and she picks up the whistle and the foul. It's going to send Southern to the line. Aaliyah Fontenot is going to head to the line. Kelly picks up her third. Fontenot's a 100% 2 for 2 here this afternoon. Knocks in the third free throw. One more coming for her. We get an 8-point game. Second one's away, missed it. Here comes Bethune-Cookman. They have to work quickly here.
Not a lot of dribbling.
Clark turns, jumper, no good. Out of bounds. Off of Southern. It will stay with Bethune-Cookman with 18 seconds to go. Dorsey gets it in. Nicholson goes up, missed it.
Too hard.
Gets it back, down under the rim, lost it. Southern's gonna pick it up, and it looks like they're gonna dribble it out. They're gonna have to get it across the timeline here to avoid a violation. They do, and that's gonna do it here in Daytona Beach as Southern gets another win in conference play. They improved to 13-2 overall in the SWAC. Our final score 62-54. Bethune-Cookman drops to 9-20 overall, 6-11 in the SWAC. Southern improves to 15-13, and like I just mentioned, 13 and 2 in the SWAC. Clark leads the way for Bethune-Cookman. Sabrina, we'll get your final thoughts on this one.
Great game played by both teams. You know, just to circle back on to the keys of the game, battle of offense and defense. And Southern definitely showed us that they held down the fort on why they are the leading scorers in the league at the moment. B-CU still being the best in the defense. We saw a lot of adjustments that was being played by them throughout this entire game, especially in the second half as they went through 0-22 in the first half. Definitely a better improvement. I'm hoping to see a little bit more from them throughout the rest of the season or our last game here at FAMU. Great game by both.
Wildcats will be off all week until next Saturday as they will face off in another doubleheader against FAMU. They fall 62-54. Second half of the doubleheader, men's hoops between Southern and Bethune-Cookman coming up in about 30 minutes here on the CatEye Network. We'll say so long for now, and we'll see you in about 30 minutes. So for Sabrina Petit-Home, I'm Kenny Schellinger, and I want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for our tremendous CatEye Network crew. We'll see you in about 30 minutes for Game 2 of the doubleheader between Southern and Bethune-Cookman in men's basketball.